It's so hard sometimes when you feel like you're all by yourself and like, I don't know, the people that you once trusted or the people that you thought you could trust, you know, you found out, God revealed to you that you can't. And on top of that, the world itself that we live in is cruel, full of hatred, full of people just looking to one up you or underhand you. And, you clearly see that people are doing things that are just, unjust and immoral and all types of stuff. That's what God has been, he has me on that path right now currently in my life. I'm in a point in my life where it's me and God, and everybody else, um you know they just had to fall off, right? They had to fall off. They have to be cut off. They have to be removed. And most of the time, when you start to elevate and when you start to change, they'll do that themselves, to be honest with you. They'll start acting weird. They'll start distancing themselves from you because they don't really, they're not in alignment with the new person or the new being that God is transforming you into, right? So they really make it easy, to remove themselves or to for you guys to go your separate ways. You don't even really have to do a lot of work when things are meant to be and when you're on the right path. But nonetheless, the truth is that we do feel lonely, and we do feel sometimes all these different emotions, right? Because being a spiritual being doesn't make you immune from being a human being, right? You still gonna feel feelings, scared, confusion, loneliness, whatever it is that you're going through on your journey. What I can say, just being alone with God, is that it's better to be, first off, it's better to be alone with God than to be, trying to be with God and then having all of these other characters around you that truthfully are just doing nothing but hindering your progress or monitoring you or, trying to give you, I don't know, just advice and counsel that's not approved by God, that's not godly. Whatever the case is, it's much better, you guys, to be alone with God than to have people in your life and in your energy around you that aren't in alignment with God or aren't seeking God. You know what I mean? So that's the very first thing that I have found on my journey, right? Because they all they do is really just keep trying to just, it's like they make it an obsession and they make it their daily job to monitor your progress and then, find subtle, covert ways to, I don't know, cause problems or to implant or plant seeds of doubt or whatever, something negative. So, we can do without that. So don't feel too bad, right? Because I'm telling you, you're going to feel worse when you have these people, these types of people in your life. You're going to be like, you know what? I just want to get away from everybody. So appreciate that peace once you have it, and once God has cleared your path and he's removed these people. It is sometimes sad to think about, I guess, like what you wanted something to be, but just know the difference between what you wanted something to be in comparison to what it actually is. Walk in the spirit of truth. If you walk in the spirit of truth and not in your emotions or not in fantasies or ideals or any of these types of things, then you'll be good, right? Because God has a solution for everything that you are going through, even when it's your emotions. So you don't have to worry, but you also don't have to feel like you have to, lie to yourself about how you really feel, because God knows how you feel anyways. So, I just wanted to say that because he's separating his children right now from the wheat from the tares. And a lot of us feel like we're alone because like we haven't all been brought together like physically yet, even though God right now is talking a lot about restoration and bringing us together. It is going to happen, but it is a process, right? And it is in his timing. So we know it's going to happen, but in the meantime, I just wanted to, this was on my heart because I've lost so many people, like ever since my life has changed. I've lost so many people, and it's not because I was doing anything, it's because I'm changing, right? And people literally, like, they just can't take it. They will literally get silent on you. They will create an argument out of absolutely nothing. I mean, there's a bunch of different tactics, but whatever the case is, it always ends up being the same ending, right? Going your separate ways, whether it be them just walking away or you removing yourself from the situation. So just know that it's all for the greater good. And you have to have a lot of patience too, right? Because that's another thing I've been tested on is patience. You have to really truly believe, guys. Like, you have to be in this not because you want something out of it, but because you love the Lord and because you know that you're a servant of God and you were put here to do the will of the Lord. You get what I'm saying? And he knows what's best for you. So you don't have to be afraid, like as if it were the enemy. That's when you need to be afraid, right? That's when you need to be scared and you need to be worried for your life. But in the meantime, with God, even when you do feel alone and all this stuff, I'm telling you, just think about what things would be like if you had all of this old stuff in the mix. So I'm grateful every day that I'm here. Yeah, a lot of people have fallen off and things are different, but God is going to create beautiful relationships, beautiful experiences, beautiful new memories out of all of this. So the story is still going. Don't worry about the past and don't let the enemy try to play with your mind when it comes to nostalgia and all of this stuff, right? We learned our lessons from that. We got what we got out of the past and we're moving forward. Don't look back, guys. Beautiful things are ahead, okay? God bless you. Love you. Bye.